What's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? It is your girl Trisha just checking back in with a quick Friday message for you guys. And today, what I want to talk to you about is dropping the chains and rebuilding through the grace. Ooh, because there's gonna come a moment when you realize that the weight you carry isn't just on your back, but it's wrapped around your heart. It's invisible chains. Yeah. They're forged from trauma, from shame, from self doubt, from pride, from ego. They begin to shape how you love, how you trust, and how you move. But the moment you decide to drop those chains is the moment that you're going to know that you're able to step freely. Because it's no longer a physical or a mental thing, but it becomes spiritual. It becomes more sacred for you. And in this season, I'm daring you to drop the chains so that you can start rebuilding in your own grace. Because freedom isn't reckless. Freedom isn't cold. It doesn't abandon its compassion, or it hardens, or it doesn't harden your heart. But when you drop the chains, those invisible chains that tell you you're not good enough, I do want to let you know you're able to drop the cycles. You're able to start breaking curses, generational curses, so that you can start securing your legacy. And those lies that was once told to you, you'll be able to let them go. I didn't say they won't echo, but I said you would be able to start letting them go. Because really in this season, it is about you gaining a new pattern, about you getting a new rhythm, different stride in your step, a different purpose with this walk. Because the twist is going to be, you didn't know that you had grace that was covering you until you learned what loss was in your life. You're not going to really understand the grace that's over you until you really understand what it feels like when you know everything is gone. And maybe that's a relationship. Maybe that's money. Maybe that's your sense of identity. Maybe that's your peace. Maybe that's your purpose. Ooh. But I want to let you know, everything you once learned, when that becomes stripped from you, that is the moment when God is able to step into that. And this is where He will be able to begin rebuilding you. And He's not just rebuilding you, but He's rebuilding you under His laws. Excuse me, they're not new, but under His laws. Because He wants you to understand that in this season, when you're being rebuilt, this is not for performances. This is not for man's approval. But this is for you to understand that laws have meaning. That righteousness have meaning. That mercy has meaning. And your alignment has meaning behind the purpose that He gave you. So this time, you're not being rebuilt to impress, but you're being rebuilt to be whole. And whole in who God knows you can be. Whole in who He's called you to be. So yes, you dropping your chains in this season is going to help your next brother or sister understand that they can freely drop theirs. This is where I usually want to tell everybody, it's when you get to take off a mask. Surrender your heart. Because in this season, either you're going to surrender to revolutionize, or you're going to have to revolutionize to surrender. So yes, drop the chains so that you can pick up your purpose. Because I need you to break free in this season. I need you to break free so that your obedience can shine through. In this season, it's not really about you rebelling. But it's about you letting grace do the rebelling. It's about you letting grace do the healing. You know, you're not bitter. You're wiser. You're stronger. You have wisdom with this. And now, this new version of you who's emerged is no longer defined by her past or his past. But now you are defined by who God has called you to be. And it's okay for you to walk this out. Oh, I said something, you guys, about this. I had said, no, this is not about a rebelling against people. Nah, but rebelling against the cycle, against trauma disguised as tradition, against hustle that's hidden in emptiness, and against my own false religions. See, I didn't know who I was, not really, not until grace slipped through my fingers, until I lost what I built with my own hands, my peace, my place, my plans. And in the rebel, I heard him whisper, this time, rebuild with me. In this season, you have to know who you're building with, why you're building, and the purpose behind your building. Because God said He don't want you to just do idle work. Ooh. But He said make sure it has meaning with it. And He said, and for some, it's time to drop those chains. It's time to break those chains. You guys, in this season, He said this is a different level up. Yeah. And He said with this level up, you got to be willing to drop those chains. Yeah. Not because I had the strength, but because His law held me when nothing else could. Not the law of man, not the law of ego, but the law of heaven, of meaning, of mercy, of truth that doesn't bend with the wind. This ain't just a comeback. This is a divine uprising, a rebellion through grace. No longer just surviving. I don't want you to feel like you're just surviving in this season when He has stepped you into your promised land. But I want you to give yourself grace in this season. If you guys been doing the work, if you've been doing the healing, if you have been listening to His word, if you've been letting Him order your steps, I am saying in this season, give yourself grace during this rebuild. because this is so sacred. This is so holy of a moment. He wants to show you a great plot twist. But one of the things that kept echoing to me today was, make sure you keep at your own pace. Which means there are about to be things that are about to try to come up against us in this season to knock us off our own rhythm. So God said you got to be locked in spiritually with him. He said for some of us, he's been working at this for over 6 months to make sure you got that right heart posture. He said because when he's finna send you out, he got to know that you anchored within him, because there's finna be things that come up against you. And he said, and when these things come up against you, you got to remember what mirror you standing in front of. Because God said, if you're a reflection of him, and if you're a reflection of him and he's a reflection of you, he said, then you know when these things come up, you're going to have to access the things that is on the other side of this table, mirroring him. Oh. He said, and be careful what you entertaining. He said he don't want you to get the wrong thing to taint you in this season. He said, so you better be real locked in and focused on this mirror that he gave you in this rebuild. On the spiritual mirror. It's food for thought. He said you got to know what you're fighting for in this season. Because you deserve it. But the only person who's going to know that is you. Because you're going to have to know that you're worth it. This is your worth. This is you securing your legacy. He said, baby, he's walking with you. And he's fighting with you. But he said some of these doors only you can walk through so that you can unlock the next level. So that boldness, that confidence that he gave you, matched with that wisdom to walk it out. He said, it's time to put practical tools into play. He said, baby, walk through them doors. You in here. I told y'all, I can't remember in which video, but he said, sink or swim. He said, I mean, that's where you at in this season. He said, sink or swim. It is y'all girl Trisha, just checking back in with a quick message to let you know that you're going to have to give yourself grace in this rebuild, that you have to understand that right now you are breaking a cycle that is trying to deafen you. But really what we need to understand is in this season, we're trying to deafen the system that is trying to hold you hostage in it. So in this season, if you're brave enough, I dare you to give permission to your lower version of yourself, permission to resolve. And give permission to your higher self in this season to be able to go out and get whatever information it needs so that you can rise, so that you can take action, so that you can stand in your rightful place and understand that you're royalty. Because see, when you got God and you got Jesus' blood, baby, you got royalty running through your veins. The only person, though, who can exercise that is you. All we can do is teach you how to use it. It's your girl Trisha, just checking back in with a quick message. Don't forget my famous saying, this is each one teach one season. So if you see your brother or sister crown tip and help them fix it, you ain't got to tell them you fixing it, but help them fix it, okay? Don't forget, we all we got. When mankind is gone, we done. Till next time. Oh, and my description and everything is below. So if you are feeling led Go ahead, drop a comment, like, comment, and subscribe. I also left my Cash App there, as if you feel led. Go ahead, sow a seed. And until next time, you guys take it easy and love on each other.